see what they think. And I see that the streaming capability is already getting knocked down just a little bit. So I don't know how long we'll be on here, but it will be awesome to see if any fans drop some comments, and I'll be able to highlight your comments and put them on the screen. That will be fun. That will be fun for all of us. Let's see who's in the stream. I'll give a few shout outs. I'll even put your comment on the screen, and let's see how you do. Let's if you're gonna, I would also like to know if you're wanting to talk about man, I'm losing signal by the second. I would also like to know if you can hear me clearly. What's up? Let's see if I can show you. What's up? There it is. There it is. Carlos Rivas. I'm gonna turn off my phone. At least put it on vibrate. Let's see here. The driver 2032 says hello. What's up, Jose Diaz? There we go. We can highlight people's comments. Can you hear me clearly? And is the video okay? Let me try to turn this down a little bit. Ooh. Ms. Vero is asking an intimate and deep question. Did Carol Baskin kill her husband? I believe she did. If you read her body language, and I'm real good at reading body language, I've studied it in quite extensively. And when they ask her the question, her eyes roll up, and it totally looks like she's lying. But allegedly, you got to throw that in there. Allegedly. Hmm? uh, talk about Q. Andrew Rubio. He knows what's up. Uh, awesome. We could talk about Q. I also want to tell people, yes, Jesus saves. It's the absolute truth. Silverado, 88 Silverado 1, dropping hard knowledge and truth and scientific fact. Um, who knows who Q is? Uh, how many of you guys follow the Q movement? Um, Saludos de Northern California joining us. Is it true in California? This is something that I heard through online chatter. Is it true that in California they're not opening up the state of California until they get mandatory testing for everybody and start implementing a mandatory vaccination for the coronavirus? That's what I heard. I want to know from people in California. Is that true? Um, 99 sales guy, Saline guy says he hears me loud and clear. That's good. I want to know if it's true. Um, who are the Cowboys taking? The Cowboys, man. I've been out of the loop on the Cowboys because of this whole lockdown. I'll be very honest with you. Um, but I'm really scared that they're gonna push back the season. I'm scared that they're gonna push back the season, bro. I'm scared that the Cowboys football ain't gonna start till like October or maybe even December. But hey, if that happens, that means we'll be playing well into January. Eh? Bien mamón, right? Ya te chingates los $1,200, bro. I wish, man. Unfortunately, uh, the $1,200 are for people that did their taxes in 2018, and I'm like the Willie Nelson of comedy. But I'll leave it. I'll leave the comment at that. I won't incriminate myself. Um, but yeah, I didn't qualify for that because, well, I work under the table as much as I can. But just don't tell my mother-in-law. And do I think COVID is a host? A comment by El Barranco. Um, I don't think it's a hoax in the sense that it is not real. I have personal friends that have actually passed away. Shout out to Bule Maldonado. May he rest in peace. Un badass dude in Milwaukee. We lost him. He was actually helping me put on a show in Milwaukee when my comedy tour was going, and he actually passed away from the COVID-19. So I know it's a real virus. Was it manufactured is a different story. I really have been reading into, and I mean, I read a lot, people. I try to do as much research as I can. So when I speak, I try not to sound uneducated. All right. But there is some studies that are showing that there was massive changes in the DNA structure of the virus to make it transmittable to humans. Like from bat to bat is different than from bat to human. It had to change like 500 500 genome changes in the DNA structure of the virus. Um, and for that to happen, it had to be obviously worked on. So that's something to look at. Something to look at. Let's see. QAnon trust the plan. This guy knows. He knows what Q who Q who. Uh, who's somebody says Q is a Russian asset. That's an interesting. That's the first time I've ever heard that. I don't think he is, dude. I follow I follow several people, and Q is one of them. I also follow Alex Jones, and I try to Q and Alex Jones, they don't like each other. And I used to think Alex Jones was an American patriot, and he might be a patriot, but the Q thinks that he's a Mossad agent, like he's actually playing a part from the CIA. Some people actually believe that Alex Jones is comedian Texas legend Bill Hicks. That's a theory that is pretty intense. And Bill Hicks is a legend in comedy from Texas, from Houston, Texas. He's an outlaw. He's one of the outlaws of comedy. And if I could fake my own death and just troll people for years, oh dude, you better believe that would be the way to do it. Okay? Alex Jones been warning us for the longest time, 2030 New World Order. Dude, Alex Jones, people hate him. Okay? I will tell you this right now. People hate him because he called Sandy Hook a hoax. But in his defense, there is some real shade, and you could YouTube this. YouTube Sandy Hook raw news footage, and you'll see it yourself. There is a second person running outside of Sandy Hook into the forest behind the school that is arrested by the police officers, never to be heard from again. Meanwhile, Adam Lanza was inside the school, uh, killing himself after he finished his massacre. Um, that I mean, you could YouTube it. There's raw footage. There's a helicopter and there's a dude running into the woods, and you see two cops converge on him and they arrest him. Never heard from that dude again. They put him in the front of the squad car, drove him off, and I don't know what happened after that. That's something to be investigated. And then they tear down the school and take away all the debris so they can't study the ballistics and the analysis of what happened in the crime scene. Fishy stuff. Fishy stuff. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Alex Jones was on the Joe Rogan podcast, the most recent one. It's got like, I want to say over 6-7 million views. The dude starts going off. Sounds crazy, crazy. And everything that Jamie is fact checking is actually coming out as truth. You got to check it out. So, yeah, Alex Jones, I would actually, I do follow what he says, and I do follow what Q says, and I also like to keep an open mind and see what the regular person is thinking. That's also another point of view that I like to take into consideration. Um, I don't have the coronavirus. Me acabo de fumar un blunt 420. Happy 420 to you guys. Happy 420 to you guys. Nadia Villarreal says What if Q is JFK Jr.? That is the theory. That is a theory. Um, I'm gonna spoil it in case you guys don't know. Just spoiler alert. Q, Segun, this is where it gets a little crazy. All right, I've been following. I've really been doing some research into this, and it's really cool. It's an amazing. If you understand what's going on, there's literally a hidden American Revolution going on, and you get to be a part of history. If you don't know what's going on, I really feel bad for you because I'm making so many cool ass jokes that nobody gets. And when people go back and check out my Twitter and check out my Instagram, they're gonna see my jokes and be like, "Dude, Pinche Raymond's comedy was ahead of his fucking time. This dude was giving us the whole scoop via jokes and hidden messages and codes." And it's true. If you go back on my Instagram, I'm hiding juicy shit inside the jokes. That's it's and I'm hoping that when people look back on it, they'll be like, "Wow, this guy was a revolutionary patriot of a man." Trying to tell the truth through jokes and hidden languages and codes, like how they used to do in George Washington's day with the revolution. If you don't know the history of the revolution, there's a fantastic show. If you want to mini binge watch a series, whew, the series Turn on Netflix, the Turn Washington Spies. It literally goes. It's a mini series about the Revolutionary War. Man, it is badass. It is badass. Um, this is a question real quick. Who's my favorite? Rotary is asking me who's my favorite comedian. My favorite comedian, and I'll tell you this right here. I'm gonna go back to the Q JFK theory here in a little bit. My favorite comedian is actually, and I'll put the question back up. Who's your favorite comedian? Um, Rotary Power. My favorite comedian. If you go back and actually, this is old school shit too. Uh, Check out Dean Martin live. There's a 7-minute clip, and he does some singing. He does some jokes, and the way he delivers his jokes, man, you want to talk about the epitome of sophistication, class, confidence, and charisma. That is what I aspire to be on stage, man. Like when you see this guy do his thing, whew, it's elegant. He's so classy. It's on a different level of oozing confidence off the stage, dude. There's just every pore of his body is just exuding manly confidence. And for me, comedy is not just jokes. It's about the whole delivery, the way you're dressed, the way you speak, the way you look at the crowd, the way they interact with you. Dean Martin es una pinche vergota, chingona, peluda y cruda, venuda, con todo y hammy del menudo. Um, that's that's what it is, man. Um, somebody saying Raymond Horta's Alex Jones, dude. That guy. Look, man. Uh, Daniel Smith says, "What's up, Raymond? Much love from Bakersfield, California. Saludos at Bakersfield. Has anybody answered here? If you guys have to have a mandatory COVID test in order for the state of California to open up again, I'd really love to see that answered." A ver qué dice Omar Fierro. I'm really offended that you skipped through my shit, but I'm gonna check out that Dean Martin shit. Either way, hablando de vergas, what do you think of Franco Escamilla? Well, that guy's really good. Franco Escamilla is really good. Um, that's the dude with that has the glasses. He's like a new comedian. He's a Spanish comedian. There's difference. There's a big difference between. This is a great idea, way. That's a great fucking idea, way. Ricky Salinas. Hey, wait. I might take that idea from you, way. I might just do that. I might do that, dude. I'm not even serious. I'm not even joking. That's a fucking great idea. Ricky Salinas with $1 million idea. Me la pelas 316 shirts. Um, what was the documentary called again? The documentary on which Jose Diaz is asking me, what was the documentary called again? Which documentary, bro? Let me know which documentary you're talking about. Um, Jay Gonzalez, I'm assuming it's Jay Gonzalez. Jay Gon 888 is telling me we need to go back to Chicago. Bro, I assure you, man, Chicago was one of the most the shows that I was looking forward to the most. From before we this whole COVID-19 business started and closed everything down, Chicago was going to be one of our sold out shows. So was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Unfortunately, God bless and rest Bule Maldonado's soul, who died of the COVID coronavirus. It came from China. It comes from China. There's nothing racist. It comes from China. It's a Chinese virus. The Chinese brought it over here. The Chinese Communist Party. They're responsible. It's the China virus. Um, let's see. Out of the is it Out of the Shadows? Uh, is that the name of the documentary? If you haven't seen Out of the Shadows, my goodness, guys, if you have not seen Out of the Shadows, what's crazy about this Out of the Shadows, it's not called Out of the Shadows, it's called Out of Shadows Official. Okay. You have to type in Out of Shadows Official. And even then, the YouTube algorithm is trying to censor it. So it's real hard to find the actual official Out of Shadows documentary. But in my opinion, it's the documentary of the year. An hour and 17 minutes of hot fire. And it has 9 million views in a week. It is waking up people like you would not believe. And the freaking, the freaking, the documentary blows people's minds. I mean, if you haven't seen it, Nadia Villarreal says it has 10 million views already. If you haven't seen it, it's awesome. It's real hard to find. And even that, even if they're censoring it, it still has 10 million views. That's what's crazy. The people are waking up. Um, David Flores is asking. The documentaries are agenda pushers. Go visit the public library and read the books for God's sake. Trust me, dude. Out of Shadows talks about the agenda pushers and it exposes them. Gacho, way. Gacho. You have to see it. It's fucking good. And the follow up to that is Fall Cabal. If you if you haven't seen mosquito, if you haven't seen Fall Cabal, you're missing out on some valuable information. Okay. Um, Andrew Rubio says it came from Bill Gates, not China. Andrew Rubio knows what's going on. This guy's been reading. I can't say too much, but Andrew Rubio might know what's going on. Um, Clarence Cruz says, fuck Trump. Dude, okay, let's get into this discussion. Let's get into this discussion because I think it's important. I think it's important, and you guys are about to find out some crazy stuff right here. Pinche blunt. Pegó con madre. All right. So, okay, I'm just going to tell you straight up the reason, and I'm going to put this shit as plainly and as truthfully as I can tell you. And what I'm going to, it's what I'm going to tell you is going to sound terrible. Okay. But I assure you, I've done the research myself. I am not a Trump voter. I didn't vote for Trump. Okay. I'm a libertarian. I get shit on a lot for supporting Trump, and I get shit on a lot by the Democrats for supporting Trump, and then by the Republicans for not supporting Trump. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle. I like the Constitution. I like freedom. I like God. I like guns. I like mota. That's it. Right? Everybody else, just leave me alone. I can do my business, make you laugh, make money. That's it. Just leave me alone. Just get out of my life. I'll make do. But I'm going to give you some information why this comment right here, this one right here, when you see it now, you'll understand that it is the most unoriginal thought you can have. It's the most unoriginal thought that you can have because you've been fed a lie by the mainstream media. And again, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm merely an observer telling you what's going on from an outsider's perspective. Okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on, and you're not going to believe it. Okay? And I understand why you're not going to believe it because it's fucking shocking. But I'm going to tell you the truth. And it's tough to tell you, but here it is. The reason they hate Donald Trump, and the reason they hate him, I'm gonna be very honest, is because he is stopping a extremely dark cabal, a network of human traffickers. Okay, and they're human trafficking people, and they're selling them as sex slaves into like the fashion industry is heavy in this shit. Okay, I want you to do something. I want you to do something. Okay, after this video is done, after this video is done, I want you to do something, and I want you to let me know what you think. If you think, let me see, where's this comment at so I can take it off here. I just want you to let me sanitize the um, the comments. I want you to look up a Gucci fashion show. Just put Gucci fashion show swinging ball. Watch it. Just watch it. It's a fashion show where they're in the middle of an arena. There's dirt and there's a swinging ball swinging back and forth. Look at every single kid that is wearing that clothes. Look and flaunting their bags and tell me that they do not look like they've been viciously traumatized, sexualized, and raped. And you can see it in their eyes. They're walking with the deadest fucking stare in their fucking eyes. And the fashion industry and the bag industry, like Louis Vuitton, they're all a sex trafficking front. And I'm talking about over 150,000 people have sealed indictments. Okay. This is we're talking about Plan Q here. So when I hear somebody say fuck Trump, I'm like, dude, literally, he's literally, literally, he's literally he's arrested more human traffickers, he's busted more sex trafficking rings and brought and freed more sex slaves than any other president in history. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. Now, that being said, if you know that he's literally freed thousands of people, sex slaves, children as young as 2 months old that have already been repeatedly raped. 2 months old, repeatedly raped. Trump is saving babies like that from being sacrificed and raped by celebrities, and the media is in on it, which is why they hate him so much. That is what is going on. Hollywood is in on it, and some of my favorite people are in on this shit, dude. Like some of my favorite people that I thought were badasses and like cool comedians are fucking pedophiles. Not only are they pedophiles, they rape and kill these people and drink their fucking blood. Okay? It's a satanic cult in Hollywood. Now that being said, I need to tell you guys this. I need to tell you guys this because it's important. I had always wanted to make it in Hollywood, and I've been in Hollywood. I am actually represented by the Gersh Agency, which is the top of the line Hollywood comedy agency. Dave Chappelle is represented by those guys. Louis Anderson, Tim Allen, like some of the biggest names in comedy are represented by the Gersh Agency, and I'm represented by those guys. I've not been offered an HBO special or a Comedy Central special or a Netflix special for a reason. And I'm gonna tell you the reason right now. The reason is because they asked me to join their little club, their little fucking weird club, and I said no. All right. When people think that I'm a conspiracy theorist, I know this shit from firsthand knowledge. Okay. Eric G says I'm spreading bullshit. I'm telling you from first firsthand knowledge, son. They offered me a part where I was told that I had to wear a dress. I have the emails and the screenshots and the script to prove it. Don't tell me I'm fucking spreading bullshit. The fuck out of here. I know this from firsthand information. This shit goes all the way up to the White House. This shit goes all the way up to royalty. This shit goes all the way up to the royal princes in Saudi Arabia. This shit goes really deep. I'm not spreading bullshit. Fuck you in the face with a coronavirus covered dick from Italy, from a pedophile priest from Italy. It had to be said. I worry about telling you the truth. Eddie Rodriguez, does it worry that you're spreading this? It worries me to tell you the truth because I'm telling you the truth of what's going on. I've been offered a part of it in a movie where I had to wear a dress. I told them no. It goes against my religious beliefs. They told me that I would not get any work in Hollywood with a closed-minded attitude like that. And they blacklisted me from Netflix, from Comedy Central, from HBO, even though I'm funnier than all the motherfuckers on TV right now. It's the fucking truth. But if you don't join their club, you don't get on TV. That's the truth. Okay? Everybody, like the big majority. Look, Dario Puig, yeah, they told me that I had to wear a dress. And when I said no, that's what they do. Look at the agenda being done right now. Look at the dudes that you see on movies. The guy that was in the Oscars, they make a big deal about dudes wearing dresses. Every big time comedian that you can think of has been put in a dress. And that is their way of telling their other friends that they put you in their club, they put you in a dress, and now you're their bitch. That's the message that they're telling the people in the club. And that's their way of letting people know that you're in the club. This is personal experience, and I'm telling you straight up. I ain't spreading bullshit. I don't fucking speak lies. I'm a God-fearing, God-loving man. A man. I ain't gonna put on a fucking dress. I'm a fucking man from Texas. I don't fuck that. And they don't like that. And they literally, dude, Patton Oswalt was one of my favorite comedians. Fucking pedophile, dude. He claimed it himself on Twitter. He's put it up on Twitter. And in look, Clarence Cruz says, "Why don't I join the club?" Dude, there is much more at play. There's much more at play than meets the eye. Your soul is on the line. Your soul is on the line. There is a force of evil and there's a force of good, and you have to take a chance. You have to make a choice. You're either with Satan and you get paid like Beyonce and all those big time celebrities. They're all in the club. Lady Gaga's in the club. This is what's going on. This is the truth. Trump is destroying this party from within, the pedo party. And people say, well, he's a pedo too. He was on Epstein's fucking flight log. Yeah, I'll fucking give you that. Yeah. Why do you think that they didn't want him to be president? Because they knew he knew all their secrets. And in Hillary Clinton's emails, if he wins, we'll all hang from fucking nooses. So why did she say that? Okay. I'm telling you exactly what's going on. Trump is bringing him down and they hate him for it. They don't want him to succeed. That's why they're attacking him via the media. No matter what he says, they're going to try to make him look bad all the way up to November 3rd. And like, I can send you the pictures. Look, Levitt Garcia. That's hard to believe. Trump only cares about himself. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But hear me out. If he pulls this off, mind you, the facts are already there. He's already freed more sex slaves than any other president in the history of the world. He's already busted more pedophiles, 2,000 and counting. If you do some research, 2,000 counting, they just busted 9 human smugglers in Arizona just a few days ago. They arrested 600 cartel members just a few weeks ago on the border. I know that from firsthand experience, seen the choppers myself. I live right on the border. I can tell you that I live in a hub of human trafficking in a little town called La Joya, Texas, that I make fun of because it's been featured on Border Wars, and we're known for human smuggling so much that our high school mascot is the coyote. Like that's how serious we are about it. It's hard to believe that Trump is doing this, but if he does pull this shit off and rescues literally millions of people, because they're estimating somewhere between 5 and 11 million are actually being held captive as sex slaves. These are statistics on the FBI website. 800,000 people go missing every year in America and get sold into sex slavery. And if he pulls this shit off, will you be able to say, fuck, dude, you know what? That guy is going to go down in history as one of the best presidents ever. If he pulls this shit off, I'll wait till he pulls it off. I'm not going to talk shit. I'm not going to be how is it that you know absolutely everything about what's going on? LOL. Come on, man. Well, all I do is watch news from multiple sources from all around the world. I read, I pray, and I ask God for wisdom to know what's going on. And I really, really do my research so I don't I hate one of the biggest things is sounding like a dumbass. All right. But I'll play. Okay. You want to fucking wake up? I'm going to show you some shit. All right. I'm going to fucking show you some shit. This is the shit that's going on. I'm going to show you this. And I hope that this video doesn't get banned because this shit that I'm going to show you is fucked up. And somebody told me that I look like shit. It's because I haven't been able to fucking sleep because I know the shit that I know. All right. And I'll show it to you. I'll show you right here the proof that I have right here. Just don't report this video because I want people to see the truth. But what I'm going to show you, I will warn you, the shit that I'm going to show you is extremely graphic. It's on my phone. I hope you can see a clear shot of it, but I'm going to show you some graphic shit. And the shit that I've been showing people, they don't believe me either. They think I'm fucking crazy. They think I'm fucking insane. And then when I show them this picture, they're like, "Oh fuck, you're not joking. You're not joking." You know how Joe Biden was endorsed by Lady Gaga in that sexual assault video where she's trying to say, "Hey, Joe's cool," and she's all grabbing him by the arm and saying how he's cool, right? Everybody saw that. Did everybody see that? Let me know. Let me know if you saw that video with Lady Gaga and Joe Biden, just so you can acknowledge that she is endorsing him and he's there saying yes. And we all know fucking Joe is creepy. We all know that. Okay. I'm going to show you some fucked up shit right here. All right. This is Lady Gaga and this thing called panda eyes. Do you see that? You guys see that? Everybody sees Lady Gaga rocking the panda eyes. Okay. Does everybody see this? Panda eyes is a pedophile code word. I'm going to read this shit to you. All right? I'm going to fucking read this shit to you, and I'm going to read you one of her direct quotes. If you didn't see it, I'll show you again. There is Lady Gaga with multiple pictures. Just search it up. Google Lady Gaga panda eyes. You'll find many images. And I'm going to read you exactly what it says here. Okay? It's pedophile code and slang for child sodomy. When a child is forcibly sodomized, their eyes can welt to black circles due to blunt trauma involved, making their eyes look like that of a panda. There's even apparel selling online that says panda eyes on it for the pedo community to be able to wear and recognize themselves. Many pedophiles joke about this online when talking about kids. I'm telling you the fucking truth. All right? There's many symbols and codes that they use to let other pedophiles know their preference and their perverse preferences. Cheese Pizza tells others they like little girls. while pepperoni pizza says they like little boys. The hashtag Cum Panda is often used by Apito's social media accounts, and Lady Gaga says, I've given many boys panda eyes. I want you to think about that. All right. Now I'm going to show you a picture of a little girl that I thought this was fake too. I thought this was fucking fake. All right. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking impossible. And some people, dude, you're fucking smoke. Somebody actually sent me uh, uh, a comment that says, "Oh, you're smoking the good shit I see," and I told him, "Well, it's a good thing you can see because she can't." That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So don't fucking call me crazy. This is the biggest insult that I can fucking. It fucking angers me when somebody calls me crazy. I research and I can tell you, and I have proof to back everything that I say up. Proof with sources, pictures, and fucking sick, nasty videos that I've seen that I wish I hadn't seen. I saw John Podesta in a blurry video beating the shit out of this kid, sexualizing him and abusing him, beating the shit out of him. The most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. And heard the shit that I heard, I'll never unhear. And I want you to understand. I want you to understand. Okay. I've seen some shit. I played Mortal Kombat when I was growing up. I've seen gore. I grew up on Faces of Death. I've seen cartel beheading videos where they fucking behead a dude with a dull knife. And none of that shit, none of that shit, none of it haunted me as much as that video with John Podesta and that kid. None of that shit. I've seen a dude get his head chopped off with a chainsaw next to a fucking relative of his in a video, and it didn't bother me as much as this kid getting brutalized. That shit was happening. And I'm risking my life to tell you this. I'm literally risking my life to tell you this. Nadia Vergal, have you seen and heard the Podesta video? I have, and it was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Faces of Death on VHS, dude. I fucking grew up on that shit. Okay, I grew up on that. All right. What's the whole point of raping and killing kids? That adrenochrome. That's what it is. I hate that this video took this dark of a turn, but I really feel that a lot of people will wake up if they see that little segment. Because when I saw it, and I've today I've probably woken up 3 people, and with that one picture alone. Um, how did I get to see that Podesta video? I got a buddy of mine that's a hacker, and he found it on the dark web, and it is the fucking nastiest thing I've ever seen in my like. And I don't think I was there like watching the whole thing. I literally couldn't stand more than 3 seconds of it. It was fucking awful. It was fucking awful. And I'm literally risking my life telling you this. If I end up on the wrong side of things, just promise me that you will tell everybody that I had massive dirts on Hillary Clinton. Just tell them, please. Please. Tell them that I had it all. I had her emails, I had her fucking toenail clippings from a hotel she stayed at. Tell them I had it all. John Gon 888 says, "Do you know about Monsters Inc?" That is a fucking movie that when you watch it, knowing what I know, it takes a whole new different level of fucked up. Like it takes on a whole new different level of fucked up, dude. But I've shown you some shit today. I've shown you some shit. I've risked my life for it. I'm gonna shamelessly plug. If you appreciate me risking my life and appreciate the information that you got here today, I'll shamelessly plug myself. Cash App me, Raymond L. Horta, and PayPal me, RaymondHortaComedy@gmail.com. Any donations is greatly, greatly appreciated, especially now. Look at that. My. Let me ask you guys something. Is it? Make sure you guys like this video while you're here because I know Facebook's algorithm is going to take a giant shit on it. YouTube's algorithm too because of the shit that I'm mentioning. But I got into this discussion and Noe Terraza says, I hope these bastards, these sorry bastards get locked up. Bro, when I saw that Podesta, when I saw that fucking video, I've never been so angry in my fucking life. All right. I've never been so fucking just hot with rage. I wanted to get into the cell with John Podesta and Epstein him myself. It's that awful. The crazy thing is about that video is that there's something on the Anthony Weiner laptop that involves Hillary Clinton doing something way worse that made New York City detectives literally get up out of the room and have to go outside to go throw up. The level of disgusting nastiness that is going on in the uppermost levels of leadership, up into the royal family, up into the Vatican, up until the freaking uh, oil tycoons in Saudi Arabia, all of those people. Literally over 160,000 sealed indictments on the pacer.gov website. None of the shit that I'm saying is false. I've done my research. I can prove it to you. I have pictures. I have evidence. All I'm trying to do is figure the shit that's going on out so I can tell you the greatest joke ever told. Like after this shit is done, and I assure you they're taking them down. Hundreds of people are getting arrested while they do the coronavirus cover up. And when they show you, the only reason that I'm telling you guys this is because I want to for you to understand that when it happens, when they unveil you, when they show you that some of your favorite people are involved in the darkest shit, like Oprah, Ellen, Tom Hanks, Will Smith, just to name a very select few, you're going to be so shocked. You're going to be so unbelievably shocked. Some people will refuse to believe it. I just wanted to put this out there, try out a new feature. And every time that you see the media hating more and more on Donald Trump is because, the rumor is that Hillary's a lesbian. Is every time you see the media hating on Donald Trump is because he's ruining their fucking pedophile party and they're stopping the sacrifices of children to Satan. That's what you got to look at it. Rumor is Hillary is a lesbian, dude. All right, allegedly, right? I read something, dude, that from an alleged victim of the sex trafficking that she was one of Hillary's that she had to like please Hillary and that she showed up and the way she wrote it, she was just like, oh man, like she looked super nasty and old and just like and then she was just like she asked the handler if she was clean, like if she wasn't even in the room, like is she clean? And then the handler says, oh, she's presidential, I don't know what that means. And then she goes, oh, that means she's clean. And she grabs the chick and says, ugh. She says that she told her to go down on Hillary Clinton, but before she did, she took off like these my mic went out. um that she took down her matronly stockings. And she's just like, and then she tells her, eat me. How much would you have to? Ugh. Her girlfriend is Huma Abedin. That's who she's on the. Apparently, I didn't have the guts to watch this fucking video. My buddy in the dark web said I could look it up if you want. I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. Okay. But I did hear rumors that it's her and Huma raping and killing a girl and cutting off her fucking face and wearing it as a fucking mask, dude. I didn't have the fucking guts to watch it, man. But apparently it's on Anthony Weiner's laptop. Blech. Imagine Hillary telling you to eat her or else you're dead so they can drain your adrenochrome. You're like, yes. Que no se dé cuenta mis amigos. Yep. Look, Tony Garibay knows what I'm talking about. That's what the video is called. That's what it's called. Frazzle drip. If you care to look it up on your own accord, I do not recommend it. I don't know if you're gonna click on something that's gonna get you fucking flagged by the FBI or some shit. I didn't want to fucking risk it. Shit. Look, man, there's literally conspiracy for everything. How do you guys pick and choose which ones to believe, and how do you know which ones are bullshit? Well, the conspiracy theory is the fact that they invented the term conspiracy theorist in order to discredit somebody questioning the official narrative. Do I believe 9/11 was an inside job? There's plenty of evidence to show that it was. And if you watch, it's not just a Republican or Democrat thing. It's a whole fucking, the New World Order is in on it. Okay. This is just, the conspiracy theory is not a theory. It's just that it's so dark and it's so nasty. You don't want to believe it. You want to tell yourself everything you can to tell yourself this is can't possibly be the truth. There's no fucking way that this is going on in our lives. It just fucking can't be possible. But you know what? I'm a psychology major, and that's called cognitive dissonance. It's a lie that you tell yourself to make yourself comfortable. And if you're not ready to hear the truth, then you're not ready to hear the truth. But it will come to light. It will come to light soon. And when it does, I want you to come back and tell me. I want you to come back and tell me that I was right, because I had the comment, I had the courage. I had the courage to actually tell you the truth. And that's all it is. It's just the courage to tell you the truth. Nadia Villarreal says it's a timeline. If you put the pieces together, it all makes sense. It all connects, dude. It all fucking connects. I can tell you the heaviest conspiracy theory that I can't prove. Okay. Look, Amber, so not so fierce. Ignorance is bliss. When I found out the shit that I know, I understood what ignorance is bliss means. I totally understand what that means. It's absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. Ignorance is bliss. I wish I didn't know the shit that I know. I wish I didn't know, because I would be able to sleep much more soundly at night thinking that this shit wasn't going on. But me pretending that it's not going on is not going to stop it from going on. If I could, if I had the ability to be a vigilante superhero like Batman and take these fuckers out myself, I would have done it as soon as I found out about this shit. As soon as I saw the Podesta video, I wanted to don a fucking Batman suit and just choke his ass out. All right. He'd probably come. He'd probably fucking come hard. Um, this is a good question. Dario Puig is asking, Valente Rodriguez knows about this. I think, honestly, all right, honestly, I think he knows about it. He got sort of out about it, but then when I start talking about it, he immediately tells me that I'm talking shit, but in a way where I think he's like, "Hey, you don't know what you're talking about. No, that's not going on." In a way that's like, Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. They're fucking kids and they're draining them of their adrenochrome. They're torturing them. They're sodomizing them. They're terrorizing them to make the adrenochrome that much stronger. That's what they do. That's how they fucking manufacture it. The adrenochrome. This is where it says like, look, the adrenochrome. Look, this is. If you want to look for proof, I'm gonna give you a little bit of proof. Adrenochrome. They manufacture that by torturing the living subject of the blood to make the adrenaline gland go off as hard as possible. The more scared or more pain you can cause that person, the more adrenaline they're going to put out. And then you milk them for their adrenaline blood. And this can be harvested from humans and from dogs. Okay. Where do you think they manufacture the adrenochrome? Where, sir? Where? I'll tell you where. The exact same fucking lab in Wuhan where the coronavirus came out of. Look it up. Look it up. Google it. Adrenochrome Wuhan and find out where it's manufactured. And you'll see that it came out of the lab where the coronavirus started. And that is easily searchable and findable. It's not a conspiracy. Everything I say, I can back it up with sources, evidence, pictures, and video with no inhibitions. And I'm confident in what I say because I've done my research and I make sure that I'm not speaking out of line. I don't like looking stupid. I hate it. And I will acknowledge that I have been wrong before. I've not been perfect. I've been wrong. I said a few weeks ago that the internet was going to go dark and they were going to come down on the social media channels. That didn't happen. I've been wrong. I've been wrong. Am I a flat earther? I'm not a flat earther in the sense that I believe the earth is flat, like a disc, but I do believe in the flat earth concept of the dome, the firmament, protecting the earth from shit like meteors and shit. Like I don't know if you saw this, but there was a meteor that burned in the atmosphere for like 20 minutes just a few days ago. For 20 minutes, it was burning in the sky and burning in the atmosphere in the firmament, as it says in the Bible. I believe in the firmament, and I believe the Bible, and the Bible is full of scientific facts that are scientific facts long before they were even discovered. I'm going to give you a little scientific fact right here from the Bible. Um, Falcons game. What the fuck are you talking about? We're talking about a lot of shit, man. We're talking about the satanic cult that's in charge in the shadow government. We're also talking about space. We're talking about the Bible now. All right. I'm going to tell you something right here, J Gone 888. My previous video before this video was a testimony of my near-death experience, where I encountered a small glimpse of God and His love, and it was the most profound experience I've ever had in my life. And I really share it with a lot of passion. If you, after I get off this video, you want to check it out, I hope it brings you hope, peace, and love into your heart, because I'm just a servant of the Almighty Creator. I'm going to tell you something that I found in the Bible that I found very interesting. That hopefully gives some people some faith. Noe Terraza says, "I believe every single word of the Bible, plain and simple." Eso chingon. Evo X, there's a flat earther in the crowd. Badass, bro. I believe there's some definite issues to be answered, but for sure the firmament is chingon. Like, I don't doubt the firmament. There's videos you can actually Google or YouTube rockets hitting the firmament, and you'll see rockets like trying to get out of the atmosphere, and they're grinding up against it, like it's really interesting. Um, there's apparent like windows that you can use, that you guys know about this shit that came out in Apollo movies, that there's only like windows that you can get in through, and the rest of it is a solid dome. It's like I don't know, it's fucking crazy. But scientific fact found in the Bible that you're gonna freak out. Two of them. I'm gonna give you two of them right out the gate, and hopefully it's like, wow, I didn't know that. In the Bible, in the beginning, it says God created the man from dust. And I don't know if you guys know this, but scientifically, that makes sense. If you take up all the elements that are in your body, all the copper and all the stuff, all the blood and all those elements are found in the earth's dirt. Like all of those elements inside your body are found in the earth's dirt. This was not made a medical scientific discovery for like I mean just recently. Like I mean probably 1700s or something where we started like finding all the elements. It was long written in the Bible way before. He also says that God created woman out of a rib. Okay. Another, here we go. Guys, what did we say about this guy? The most unoriginal thought. You joined the show real late, bro. You joined the show real late. Hopefully, you'll go back and rewatch this video. Um, it'll really give you some insight. But God took a woman out of the rib, and he says in the Bible that he placed Adam in a deep sleep. It sounds a lot like God is doing the first surgery ever. He puts him in a deep sleep, pulls a rib out of his body and creates a woman. This is going to freak you out. Did you know that in 1957 they discovered that if you cut the rib, the floating rib, precisely, surgically precise, in a certain way that has to be surgically precise, the rib will literally grow back full and it's the only bone that does that in the entire body. How did God know how to take the rib long before it was ever known that that was the only bone in the human body that can actually grow back in full when it's surgically taken out in the precise way? And how did God know how to take it out precisely the way it needed to in order to grow back? That that is some crazy stuff right there. Like a medical discovery that wasn't done until the 1900s is written in the beginning of the book of Genesis, which was written in the time of the Hebrews. I like that. The conspiracy theory McDonald's created the McRib for this very reason. Te la vallaste, güey. But I find those like facts. Also, the Bible also taught us to wash our hands before. Did you guys know this? Before before doctors wouldn't wash their hands, and they'd go like work on a dead person, and then they'd go and deliver a baby, and then the woman would die, and the death rate was something like only 30%. Like I think every 2 out of 3 women were dying when they were giving birth. And they discovered that if they washed their hands before, like they went to go deliver a baby after touching a dead body, that the mortality rate started dropping. And then they found it even more that if the because they used to wash their hands in fucking bowls of water and like leave a cesspool of germs in there, and somebody thought it'd be a good idea to say, hey, it should be running water. That way the germs could flow down. The Bible says you should wash your hands in running water long before this became a scientific discovery. Long before. This is crazy, right? Another another scientific discovery that let me think. I love these like science. Oh, uh, the Bible says that the earth is a ball and it floats on nothing. God sets it on nothing and it floats on nothing. That wasn't a discovery till like the 1600s. And it was written in the Bible long before they even made it a discovery. So I think it's really fascinating that God writes things to let us know how the world works, how the universe works, and he's in charge. All right. So um it's I just want to give people hope. That's it. Um yeah, that's absolutely correct. There are all different kind of entities, but Jesus Christ is the Lord of all, the Son of God, the Son of Yahweh, Yeshua, the Son of Yahweh. I firmly believe that he lived. Been it's he's been documented on many other sources outside of the Bible. That doesn't happen for just anybody. They wrote about this dude on multiple occasions outside of the Bible, and the happenings the happenings that happened at the crucifixion, you can actually go back on the government earthquake website and look it up. They actually have 33 AD as one of their major earthquakes, like back in time. They actually have it recorded on the government earthquake website as like actual earthquake happened at 33 AD when Jesus was crucified. And what's crazy, this is what's crazy. Can you imagine how terrifying this must have been? You're the Roman guy, and this was written in Pontius Pilate's report about what happened. Like these Roman guards are writing what's going on, and I can just imagine how terrifying this must be because they kill this dude, they stab him, and the whole world goes dark for like 6 hours. People say that it was like a solar eclipse. Solar eclipses last like 2-3 minutes. The world went black in the middle of the day for 6 hours, dude. That alone must have been terrifying. The earth starts shaking violently and breaks apart rocks, tears down a temple, and rips a curtain from the temple because God, Jesus making the ultimate sacrifice, made it possible for us to have a connection to God. That's why the veil of the temple was ripped in two, even though that the veil, the curtain of the temple, was 6 inches to a foot thick. It was ripped right in half when the earthquake happened. That's that's freakish right there. And another thing that happened that was written by Pontius Pilate, this isn't the Bible, but it's also verified by external sources, was that people started coming out of their graves and telling them that they just killed the Son of God. There's fucking zombies telling them that they fucked up. That must have been terrifying. Proof Jesus existed. Okay, show me his bones. Show me his bones and his tomb, and if you could find a body in there, his story is wrong. Okay, his story is wrong. All right, but you can't find the you can't find the body because he floated up in heaven. All right, like good luck proving it. It's been documented many times. There's a movie called A Case for Christ, and there's many mentions of Jesus outside of the Bible in historical documents by Pontius Pilate, by Josephus, and other historical writers of the time that mentioned Jesus, that mentioned that this guy had been crucified, and that mentioned that he got resurrected. That he came out to 500 witnesses that saw him all do the same thing, and that in order for those 500 people to have the same hallucination, it's a mathematical impossibility. The Lion of Judah, baby. Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lion and the Lamb. He is alive. Yes, sir. Put on the armor of God, man. I assure you, after you watch this video, watch the disgusting shit I showed you earlier. The panda eyes, that shit fuck me up, okay? But we need to put on the armor of God because this is spiritual warfare. All right? I want to read the armor of God quote right here for you because I think it's important. I think it's important. And look at how it's worded. The armor of God is worded very interestingly. Let's read it together. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the full armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the highest of places. Put on the armor of God, my friends, and we shall overcome the enemy. Bueno, I'll end it with that. I just wanted to try out the Eso Chingon April showers, 8 chingona. April showers. Put on the armor of God every day. Put it on tomorrow. Put it on. Put it on the armor of God, baby. God bless you guys. I hope this I hope this video is. I just wanted to try it. I didn't realize we've been live for over an hour. The signal's getting jacked up, but I appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you with an abundance of health and wealth to you and your family. Put on the armor of God and let's go win this spiritual war. All right. God bless you guys. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. I certainly enjoyed your time with me and really enjoyed your company and enjoyed your questions. We had a fun little chat. I just wanted to try that out. Okay. God bless you guys. Laugh loud and live long.